Welcome back, everybody. Cliff again, getting ready to kick off our campaign with Assault Sicily 43, the Jella Beachhead. You get your foot on the land, on the ground. Turn one. I'm going to be working through this for my own edification, try to learn the process better, appreciate the scenarios, and also work out bugs. Both my misunderstandings of rules and things that are wonky. And let's start out with a little bit of wonkiness that we're going to fix. And I'll tell you everything I'm doing along the way. So, let's see, last time we went in here to Excel. And we pulled up our forces. And in the American forces, I said I was going to use the Ranger platoon as my primary invading force. And when I picked Ranger platoon, these forces pop up. We got 4 rifles, a bazooka sniper, a 60 mil mortar, and a 1919. However, when you go into the game, let's go here, into the game, and I pull up my planning, and you look at the Ranger battalion, you get your 4 Rangers, you get your bazooka, a sniper, and a machine gun. There's no mortar there. I'd love to have that 60 millimeter mortar, but it's not part of the Ranger battalion. So I want everything to be right. So I'm going to go back and fix that spreadsheet quick. I'm just going to show you what I'm up to. So let me go into the spreadsheet, and if I go down here, and let's just unhide some magic. So there should be some unhide. I'm going to unhide this US formation sheet, which is where all the magic happens. And here's the Ranger platoon. I'm going to have to unlock this puppy. Unprotect. Oh, I know the password. Ranger platoon. There's Ranger 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a bazooka. There's a sniper. Here's the mistaken 60 millimeter mortar. I'm going to change him into a 1919. And I make this 1919 go to a 0. And it should only have 5 command points. And now I should be able to protect that again. And yeah, we'll just take that off. And I'll hide this again. View, hide. How about hide? Now if I go to US Forces, that's gone. I can take this out of here. I can take this out of here. Oh, I don't want to delete those. Let's just make them zeros. A dash. Dash. Now it's only worth 38.5. And we got our 5 CPs. I put it next year so I know that I'm in my first battle. And they're hardened, which gives me an extra blue die on defense. One of the reasons I picked it. There, my spreadsheet's fixed. Back here, I've put the hardens on my first force. My second rifle platoon is going to be wimpy. So they're going to have the blue chevron. I've got my 5 command points here. Cool. The other thing I've done is I've turned on labels so that I can track each individual Ranger 43. This is Ranger 1, the first of them. So as they take damage, I can differentiate between them. That's not necessary according to the rules, but hey, if I'm going to go grognard mode, I'm going to go all the way grognard mode. So I got the labels on. As I said in my previous scenario, in the command cards, the US command cards weren't auto shuffling. I've fixed the auto shuffling in Vassal. We need to construct our decks with the Italians. There we are. I'm going to draw one random card out and throw it away. And I'm going to replace it with my off-board artillery of choice. I'm going to take a cruiser, a Brooklyn class cruiser with 6-inch guns. I'm going to throw that in there. That'll be shuffled up automatically. Those are set up. Now we need to set up our forces. So we need the Italian planning. They're coming in with Coastal Brigade, Security Platoon 2, 4 Rifles 43, 2 LMGs, a Beretta machine gun, and a sniper. They get 6 command points, 3 in the pool, 3 to use. I've got 3 units here. They're all normal. I'm going to drag them over onto the map. And we need to place them. Yeah. So let's see what we got here. We got a sniper. I'm going to set him to the side. This is my Beretta medium machine gun. I'm going to put him here, centralized in that bunker. I got a light machine gun. I'm going to put him over here in this pillbox. And I'll put the other one over here in this gun position. I have to, by rule, occupy 2 buildings. I got to occupy this building, a command post. I'll put my 1 rifle there. I'll put another rifle here in this building, which has to be occupied. I got 2 more rifles and a sniper to position. I have limited hexes to pick from. I want to put these rifles in good positions to reinforce the victory points, and the sniper I'm going to set back in these buildings. He can move around. I don't really necessarily want to put him up high. I guess he has pretty good view from up there. We'll put him up high on this level 1 hill in that rubble where he can be looking down and trying to pick off. He's going to have limited LOS. I take those moves off. Since I only have him 1 unit, I didn't label them for their unit because they all belong to the same unit. It won't be confusing. So I don't have their units labeled, but I could. All I have to do is hit Control L for label, and I could put whatever I want, and then it shows up there. The other thing they get to place is mines. This is another thing I changed in here in Vassal. I've changed the masks so that they're completely masked. Right now, I've drawn out everything except the 3 dummies and the 3 anti-personnel mines. And they're set to draw randomly. So I'm going to position them where I want them. I've got 6 mines. I'm going to put 1 here. And I'm going to put some over here. A mine there, and a mine there. And a mine here, and a mine here. And 1 more mine here. And we don't know which is the dummy, and we don't know which is the real. Which makes it more fun for me as I approach. And that is them set up. Alright, now I need to decide which landing zone I'm coming in on. 1, 2, and 3, it's A. It's a 1, apparently. Yep, it's a 1, so I'm on A. A is over hither. So the first thing we're going to do is be pressing up. I don't have a mortar to throw smoke, so we've got to move up quickly and try to take out this gun position immediately. Through the wire, take out the gun position. then press up for our other victory positions. So with my planning, I take my guys onto the board. All right, got Rangers. So I'm going to put a Ranger and a Ranger. And a Ranger. A Ranger. Machine gun. Sniper. Bazooka team. Try to push that bazooka up and take out that bunker. It looks like my guys. Cool. Alright. So we're set. Everybody's in place. We roll for initiative. Americans, Italians. Is everybody rolling ones? Let's try again. American, Italian. Okay, American initiative. We got our tracks set up too. So I've set up all of our thresholds. It's 10 turns. We're on turn 1. Initiative phase, Americans. Planning phase, draw command cards and assign command points. American hand. That's German. Why is my hand grayed out? Here. Hand. 1, 2, 3. Let's make them a little bigger. This is a vehicle 1. Gain 1 movement point. This is green defense for a defense action after being attacked. Flip 1 defense die to the opposite side. That's hard in Vassal. Or I could re-roll the weakest defense die, which is what I'll do. Make this a little smaller. I'm going to give command points now. Alright, so my planning. These guys are not out yet. So I can give 2. I'm going to put them both on rifles. On Rangers. Right away. And then we have 3 more in our planning. And the Italians. Alright. Italian hand, Axis hands. Allied hand, Axis hand. Draw 1, 2, 3. He gets to flip a defense die. Now he's going to reroll the weakest defense. Support phase. Your opponent may not play any of his command cards this game turn. Okay. Add a suppression symbol after ranged attack. He'll probably do that. Yeah, try to make this my OCD nature here. There. And he's got to give 3, and he's going to do his machine guns. He's going to put on his medium machine gun and the 2 light machine guns. And the other 3 he'll keep in his pool. Okay. Let's see here. Tracks. It's support phase. I have no support phase. He doesn't have any support phase. Let's check his planning again. None of these guys have an S. There is no support phase. So it's straight into combat. Turn 1. We need to get off the beach. What does it cost to move into those rocks? Player aid. Rocks. Costs 1. So I think I'm going to move and fire. I can move into 1 and then fire. So, place marker, move and fire. He goes 1. They're going to let me fire and then use their full fire, I think, rather than reaction fire. And I'm going to fire here with my Rangers. This is 1, 2, 3 away. Those trenches are, those wires are not going to be anything with LOS. Planning. Rangers. 3 is a red and a yellow. But moving and firing does something. And I also have to try to spot. Let me go to the rules. Launch those rules. Any day now. Over here. My computer is slow. Move and fire. And next, I can move up to half. I only moved 1. Execute a fire. Defender gets a green. Okay. Now I've got to try to spot him. 2+. I spot him. Okay. Trying to do everything right. So I'm a red and yellow. A red and a yellow. And he's got his yellow. And a green, and he is in a gun emplacement. A gun position is a yellow, green, blue. Yellow, green, blue, and he gets another green because I am moving. That doesn't look too promising, does it? We'll just see if we can get a crit. And we do. Crit, hit, and a suppress. He cancels it. There was a chance. Alright, I can delete those dice. That's my first move. So with my planning, one of my rangers is flipped. His turn. That light machine gun's going to return fire. So his planning, one of his light machine guns is going to return fire. Ranger 3 is red, yellow, green. No, red, yellow, blue. He's red, yellow, blue, firing back at me in rocks. I get a yellow, blue. So I get my yellow and a yellow and a blue, and I am hardened for another blue. Two hits and a suppress. Two hits and a suppress. We cancel it. Alright. So he's fired. I'm going to move these guys. And my cards, my hand, I get an extra green if I want. I can re-roll the weakest defense die. I can gain a movement point. So I go from my base movement of 4 to a base movement of 5. What's my movement allowance? What is my movement allowance? Planning. My movement allowance is 2, so I can go to 3 and not be a fast. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to activate another ranger, and I'm going to do a regular move, and I'm going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, he's moved. I think that this looks like a little bit of a hill here. Is that supposed to be a hillock? To me it looks like it is, which would block that LOS. Let's see what we got here. That looks open. Range of 4. Breda against that bazooka team. Alright. We'll fire him. Flip to Breda. Range of 4 is a red, yellow, green. See, he's firing. Red, yellow, green. Firing at the bazooka team. He's on the beach. which is, I think, like open. Yeah. Clear LOS. He's just got a blue. It's not a great place to be. So I get my yellow. And a blue and a blue. Four hits. That's not going to be good. Crit and a hit takes out 2. He gets 2 hits. Bazooka team. Has a life of 2, which means he's going to be killed, but I'm going to pick up an extra green. So in my hand, I've used this one. I'm going to get a green defense die for a defense action after being attacked. I'm going to take that green die. And I'm going to give this guy a green die. And I'm going to roll that green die. And I got nothing. He's dead. So I'm going to discard the die. My first casualty. I'm going to set him off to the side. And that's going to remove one of my command points. So I'm going to delete this command point. And it's going to take me down 3 on my track. American 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use another for another ranger move. One, two. He's going to probably move up to those foxholes, or up to this trench direction. So let me get his planning up. I'm going to move a rifle up and go 1, 2, and he's a normal move. And I'm going to activate another ranger. And I'm going to move him 1, 2. And he's going to stay in those victory points. He's going to move another rifle here. What does it cost to move into a building again? Player aid. To move into a building costs 2. So I'm here. I think he'll move over here. Normal move. So that was another rifle move. I've got 1 command left. These guys have moved. These guys have moved. I'm going to fire with this machine gun up at that Beretta. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. Is that worth it? It's 2 yellows and a blue, it's not enough. I'm going to move him into these rocks. Try to get a little cover. And that is this guy flipped. His other LMG here, I guess it's going to shoot. It's a long shot. And the rocks will attenuate. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With his light machine gun, that's a yellow and a green. What the hell? You know, you got the command. Yellow and a green. Those rocks will attenuate for me. I get a yellow for them. So I'll get a yellow, yellow, and a rock. Yellow, yellow, and the rocks give me what? I'm in rock, so that's a yellow and a blue. Yellow and a blue, and I get a blue for being hardened. He got a hit and a suppress. I pretty easily canceled that. He fired. I'm out of orders. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for him. He's got one more order. I'm out of orders. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 now. He's going to take his last. He's going to pass. And I'll pass. He passes. We pass out. It's the end of the turn. Organization. Check for victory conditions. Nothing. Clean up. Place reinforcements. We go to turn 2. We hit clean up. With org phase, everything goes away. I remove my move markers. I lost my bazooka team. My rangers are moving up. Sniper's still back. He can sneak up to support and pick away. Yeah. Scary. My hand, I used a couple of cards on to make sure I took them out. I took out my cards. I didn't use any of his cards. Not going to use that. Added suppression. He could have done that. Might be better this turn. And this one, reroll weakest defense. He didn't need to. I'm going to try to remember to use those cards. I didn't use my cards so well in the previous playthrough. Alright. We're going to wish that bazooka team was back later when we're facing armor. But we've still got a lot of our firepower, but we're down to 4 commands. I will see you guys next time. Let me know how many things I did wrong. See you then.